Welcome to part 3 of this little series where I do research on how powerful the HoloEN members are and present it to you guys. You know, I've noticed that calling this a power ranking is not really accurate since I don't really rank them. The ranking is gonna be in the 5th video. Anyways, today we have Hololive Advent, and this is the first generation where I have little to no prior information on their powers and abilities. This is both good and bad. It's bad because I have to get all the information from scratch. On the other hand, I don't have any possible wrong headcanon in me that might come up, so it's also kinda good. Also, Advent is super unclear when it comes to their powers and abilities, so there's gonna be a good amount of speculation in this video. Sources are in the descriptions again, and let's get started. Let's start with Bijou, the jewel of emotions. Abilities that she herself said she has are being able to impact people around her with her cuteness and flight. I mean, can't complain about that. Flight is always a nice thing to have. I think the next thing we should figure out is how hard Bijou really is. Or, to make it sound less sus, how durable she is. Since it's stated that Bijou is formed under immense amount of pressure, I would just assume that she is at least as hard as the hardest known gemstone, being diamond. But I wouldn't be surprised if she was officially even harder than that. After doing some research on how durable diamonds are, apparently it's almost impossible to break them by human means. It's more of an overtime progress to destroy them. And that's just diamonds, and as I already said, Bijou is probably even more durable than that. Let's continue with something that was total news to me. Ascended Bijou. Yes, this apparently is canon, which is a form Bijou takes on when she gets very angry. As Ascended Bijou, Bijou is completely emotionless and is able to control the emotions of everyone around her, and I quote, including guards. So that is something that flipped my expectations about Bijou's power level completely over. That's just a scary ability to be wielding. One thing I haven't seen anywhere being confirmed, but I kinda expect it to be an ability Bijou possesses, is controlling gems and also creating objects out of them. Again, this is not facts, but it really should be something she's able to do. So Bijou, much stronger than I expected. Let's continue with Fuwamoco.
We saw that there was some discussion on Twitter about how powerful we are within Hololive English. So yeah, we're definitely way stronger than Ame-senpai. Way stronger than Kura-senpai and Mume-senpai and Narissa. No, we're at least as strong as Bei-senpai. At least, you know.
So you mean to tell me that these two demon dogs are stronger than this reality-shifting, time and space manipulating rat?
Yeah, I beg to differ.
Yeah, that's not happening. Even if they 2v1 Bei, they still lose this one. Anyways, let's get into what the two Bao Baos are capable of. And funny enough, doing research on this made me question something. If demon dogs are a thing, shouldn't demon humans be a thing too? Or are demon humans just normal demons? But demons have nothing to do with humans. As far as my research goes, demons are usually fallen angels, so they have no connection to regular humans. Doesn't it mean that demon humans should be a thing? So when researching that, I came across the Cambions. At least I hope that's how you pronounce it. Which, funny enough, is just the same thing as a Nephilim that we talked about in the last video of the series, but just with a demon parent instead of an angel. So demon humans are Cambions, I guess? Anyways, that sidetrack does nothing for the video, I was just really interested in how it works. But one question still stays. Humans and dogs are of course not on par power-wise. Does that mean that human dogs are potentially stronger than normal demons? That would be an interesting thing to know, because after Fuwamoco, who are demon dogs, we will talk about Narissa, who is just a demon. Unfortunately, and kinda expectantly, I could not find anything talking about the power gap between demons and demon dogs, so I'm just gonna assume they're equal strength-wise. So demons, just like angels, seem to vary in strength, depending on how high rank they are. Now we of course don't know how high rank Fuwamoco is, especially with them being delusional as frick. At least as strong as Bei. Nice joke. But even if they are on the lower end, they still have access to demonic auras and are able to manipulate unholy energies. Now high-ranking demons have control over forces of death and destruction and nether? Are we playing Minecraft now or what? Anyways, I personally, and you're totally free to disagree with me here since we just don't know, don't think that Fuwamoco have those forces. They just don't seem like they would fight using spells or powers. They both seem like more physical brawlers to me, using their demonic claws. Oh, it's probably obvious, but just to mention it, of course Fuwamoco have overworldly physical attributes, but we all probably already knew that. That's about all I've got about these two, and unfortunately the speculations don't end here. Narissa is both a demon and a raven. While being a raven is probably not the most useful thing in combat, I can confidently say that Narissa is able to fly, since after doing some research on it, it is not set in stone that demons are capable of flight. I also don't see Fuwamoco flying around just because they're demons, so that's nice. Narissa is also armed with a fork staff. We have no information about her fighting style with it, but same as with Crony, it would be kinda wrong to just assume that she isn't capable of fighting with it on a high level. But Narissa's most feared ability is that she's able to make people go insane with her singing voice. It's not clarified on whom this worked and on whom it doesn't, but it's safe to say that it should have an effect on the weaker members of HoloEN. And with that, we are back to speculating. You know, it would be easy if we could just say that Narissa is as strong as a demon and just leave it at that. The thing is, Narissa is currently missing a part of one of her horns, which limits her power. I'm gonna be honest, in the context of HoloEN, demons themselves are not that strong to begin with, and with Narissa being a weakened demon, I personally would say that Narissa really isn't that strong right now. Same as Fuwamoco, she's probably still able to use demonic auras and some unholy energies, but I feel like this is where Narissa's powers end. If she were to get her horn back, she would be a way stronger competitor, but as it is now, I'll just put her on the lower end of the power ranking. And if you thought we are done speculating, then you are mistaken, because Shiori is the biggest mystery we have in HoloEN lore. Like this is all we know about her. I have no idea what to take from this. The one thing we have that might help but really doesn't really help is this clip of Bijou talking about it.
Shiori is a mystery, right? Because she won't tell us if she's human or not. Shiori is a mystery because she has weird, crazy book powers, so I don't know in comparison how strong she is versus me. Yeah, she's a real mystery, even to us. She won't tell us because, you know, she has like hidden powers or something. I can't tell if she's human or not. She won't tell us.
So we don't even know what Shiori is. Great. Now, one thing we all can agree on is that she has immense amount of knowledge about literally anything you can think of. The reason she got put into the cell in the first place is because she did obtain forbidden knowledge in her pursuit of knowledge. We don't even have the slightest clue on what kind of forbidden knowledge this is, it really just says forbidden. So for the sake of this series, I'm gonna make a huge speculation right now. This is no fact, this is just what I think Shiori is capable of. But of course, I'm not gonna give her some completely random and unreasonable power. There is at least some logic in this. So one thing we know is that Shiori knows where Narissa's missing horn is located. And the way she talks about it, for me, sounds like she could just easily obtain it if she really wanted to. Now, if there is anyone in the Hololive universe that knows how to harvest the power of Narissa's horn, it's Shiori. I have no doubt in my mind that Shiori is capable of that. I don't see her doing it, but when we do the 1v1s, we will make every member use the maximum power they have access to. With that being said, I will go ahead and say that Shiori is at least as powerful as the current Narissa, meaning she's at least as strong as a low-level demon. Of course, her potential is most likely way higher than that, but we just don't know. So as it stands now, this is how strong I would say Shiori is. I wish I could end this video with more clarity on how powerful Advent is, but there is really just not much to work with. Yet again, thank you to everyone who takes the time to write any comments and to everyone who even watches these videos. Have a nice rest of the day. See ya.